So understood that this is what we call it as reconciliation stands for. Okay, reconciling the activities are the transactions which is performed within the organization, so that we will be knowing is it according to the standards it was or not. If we found any discrepancies and all, how to rectify that is what we have to do here. Is it clear to you, Mohsin and Arij? Mohsin, Arij, is it clear or
Yeah,
not?
yeah, yeah, it is clear.
Right? So, where this reconciliation comes, this reconciliation of accounts or the transactions happens in a financial institution has to be streamlined. That's what it was given on the first line. You can see. I am repeating that the project I am repeating again to you. Okay. I am repeating the project so that you will be understood. Now, the first point. Intensive scrutiny into financial transactions worldwide is pushing organizations to move away from traditional reconciliation process. So scrutiny of the transactions or the financial transaction of any institution is a mandatory process. So there is a regular traditional process of reconciliation which any organizations will follow so that they don't see any kind of faults, right? So no discrepancies, no nothing to mismanagement, right? In order to eradicate those mismanagements and all everything, reconciliation process will be followed by the organizations. Now, next point. This creates the need to implement centralized systems that are transparent, ensuring strong controls and high performances. So what is that they want to do? They want to create and implement a centralized systems. So centralized data, centralized systems means you want to centralize the data, right? So it at one point of location. That's what we call it a centralized systems transfer. So you want to implement centralized systems which are transparent, ensuring strong control and high performances, because these systems must be transparent in terms of the data, what is that we have taken, all that. At the same time, performance of the applications must be strong enough and performance high enough, because centralized systems receiving data and as well as sending data happens very frequent. So the performance of the applications should also have high in level of performances, all that. Now, organizations are now adopting zero code reconciliation of exception management applications hosted on the cloud and outsourcing operations to experts. What organization is doing? Organization is adopting a zero code reconciliations where they are managing different applications, but these applications they are giving to outsourcing this to the expert teams. Means, for example, they are identifying some external vendor, right? External vendor, and they're outsourcing this job to them. And majorly their focus is that they want to host these applications in cloud environment. Why cloud environment? Because you don't require to manage these applications as separate. You don't require to manage these applications as separate. There is no infrastructure management is required for an organization, because managing infrastructure, routers, servers, firewalls, these are the challenging tasks for them. In order to reduce that, what they are doing, they want to have this application to be hosted on the cloud environment. Either it could be whichever the cloud environment, alag baat hai. That's a different thing. Either it could be AWS, it could be Azure, or it could be something else, right? Wants to host these applications on the cloud environment. And this job, they have outsources this job to the external teams, means experts, means third parties and all they have given. Next, they are grappling with the possibility of leveraging technology to read non-standardized data without strict business rules that can drastically improve the time to market and reduce the expenses. So whenever you are using the cloud application, what was the major reason behind using cloud application? One is easy to manage. What is meant by easy to management? Easy to management means your infrastructure and operational cost will be down, right? So because some other third party people are managing your data and their records and all everything is managed in the cloud account. And whatever the features are we working on the cloud, using the cloud, you are paying only for that. So this way, what you can do, you can reduce your expenses. Understood? Clear? Mohsin, average. Are you following or not?
Yes, yes.
Listening?
Yes, Musin is mute.
Listening or not?
Yes, listening.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Actually, I was on mute.
Right. So this is what generally the challenge was, right? Challenge was given. Now, what was the solution? Jolik for reconciliation is a global industry standard solution, means they are developing a product, right? So Jolik is developing their own product that is successfully running in multiple organizations, performing cash, security positions, and inter-system reconciliations, etc. Right? So they are developing a product. They have developed a product, okay, product. So one reconciliation product by considering the global industry standards. This is not the standards they are confining to a particular sector, right? So because whatever global industry standards a financial institution requires, by considering that they are developing a reconciliation application they are developing. This application can successfully run in multiple organizations. What they were saying is that this product was already developed. It is running under multiple organizations successfully. At the same time, whatever the transactions, performing cash, security positions, inter-system reconciliations, everything can be done. So by considering, the major problem is, major challenge financial institutions faces is state, country to country standards may vary sometimes. I don't say 100%. There may have some slight variation uh, about the kind of standards what they use and all everything will vary. Okay. So as Jolik is developing a product which is a global industry standard solution based understanding, if they have, their advantage is to it can meet every organization standards across world, right? So that is what the advantage they have. At the same time, this was the reason why it was successfully implemented in multiple organizations and following the other processes. It manages the end-to-end reconciliation process from loading to validating, matching, and reporting as per the requirements of the organization. For example, a financial institution wants to reconcile their loan system. Okay, loan system. What is required? First of all, they have to load the data, load the customer data, right? So they have to verify, validate. At the same time, which loans they have taken, right? So are they paying these loans and all everything on time or not? Is there any kind of defaults we have identified? So this process has to be streamlined, and this reconciliation process has to be streamlined. So using this product of Jolik, this can be done effectively by any organization, right? So this is what it was. Now, next paragraph. This solution can match transactions emanating from any time of business giving. It's a unique position in the industry. It's a strategic solution for enterprise-wide reconciliations, need of any organization at its scales horizontally and vertically. So this is a solution which will be giving an 100% results both horizontally as well as vertically for any organization to perform. Now, what are the benefits for a financial institution? The benefits are as follows. The first point, more than 70% transactions are automatically matched off in the run with the higher configure rules engine. Because as I told you, there are business rules which every organization has. Make sure the systems, whatever the Jolik has developed, will follow the business rules of the particular organization, so that whatever the matching process of the data and all everything will happen more than 70%. That is the benefit. 70%, more than 70% of the transactions can be matched. On what basis this is matched? This is matched based on the rules engine, right? A highly configured rules engine means every organization will have some business rules. Based on the business rules, their systems and processes has to work. So this can match. This is one benefit, point number one. Point number two, set up workflows that follow either 24/7 or 6i approval and also records of all the audit trails online. So it's a 24 by 2 by 4th or 6i approvals, and all records are audit trails online. So whatever the audits happens, because as I told you some time back, internal and as well as external audits happens. These audits will happen online because it's a cloud application. Data, everything is available on cloud. So there is a provision where whatever the audits and all, everything can happen online, so that there is no manual audit, something of that sort, nothing required. Third benefit, application UI supports the configuration of new reconciliations, add, modify rules, generate and reports. Nothing to explain, right? So if there is any kind of changes to be made in future, so those changes can be updated accordingly. This is one more advantage under this application. Next, suggest possible matches with significant accuracy in much lesser time. Is there any kind of matches to be, if they want to match anything and all everything, these matches and all everything will be much easier. So this is one more advantage and benefit. Next, provide its own set of dashboards, widgets and reports that cater to various segments of users. So it's very simple because they want to create, they are developing an application where this application have dashboards, their own set of dashboards and all everything, widgets, dashboards and all. Reports can be generated by the organization when and wherever it is needed. That is they have their own dashboard system, so that if you want to know about the performance of the work, if they want to know about the activities, whatever is assigned to the people, right? So what is that they did, right? So at the same time, you want to know about the balance of the loans, what is to be collected, right? So if you want everything, you require some dashboard and as well as widgets required. So whatever the widgets you want, you can add those widgets to the dashboard so that you can see whatever is needed. So that customization is providing by Jolink, especially for financial institutions in this project. Next, facilitating flexible user creation and grouping capability coupled with work allocation hierarchy setup, right? The hierarchical process will be set up here so that there won't be any sort of confusion over work allocations or work managing and all everything, right? So all these things can happen flexibly. So these are the benefits which this product or an application performs. This is what generally one more project does.